Hi, I'm Travis Harrelson, and I'm going to be here today talking to you about TruStage Digital Estate Kit. This is an online estate planning platform that gives users the access to create a full estate plan from the ease of their home in private and makes it a lot more accessible than we know things are today. Estate planning is something that's very important, as we all know, in financial services. And it's not just about the financial side, but also the emotional side of dealing with potential death of a loved one. We want to help families get through that period of time, and we know one way to help them be better prepared is with a qualified estate plan. So one way to get started is with TruStage Digital Estate Kit. Right now, as we look at the current estate planning world, we know that less than 76% of Americans have a will. And of those that don't have a will in place, many of them tell us that the reasons for doing that is that they haven't gotten around to it, they don't feel like they have enough assets, or it's too expensive, or they simply just don't know how to even create a will. We know that if there is a better way to provide this access, we can get more people protected. Lack of accessible estate planning tools is something so many members struggle with, and we wanted to take hold of that. So that's why we're bringing you TruStage Digital Estate Kit. This is a way that has transformed what estate planning is all about. The traditional old way is to go see an attorney, spend thousands of dollars, spend hours going through a process that's uncomfortable for many to do and kind of putting you on the spot all at once. We've taken this process digital, created a DIY version where members can sit with their family, talk about these things with the people they care about most, and create a full estate plan on their own. And it's going to be significantly less expensive, less time consuming, and really caters to the modern consumer through a digital process. The process of estate planning, when we do it ourselves, is actually fairly simple. This can seem like something that would be overwhelming, but we've really pared it down to a few questions along the way that most people are quickly able to answer, and the user can actually create an estate plan in less than 10 minutes, whether that be a will or even in less than half an hour creating a full trust. We start with some basic questions about the person, their name, their birthday, some basic information you would expect. And then we get into the early decisions, things like how they want to distribute their assets. All along the way, they're guided by videos and articles that provide helpful insights and tips around not just what they can do within the tool, but also what things they might want to consider when thinking about making their plans. For example, when it comes to distributing your assets, there's a video right here that they can watch and in 5 minutes get a full tutorial about distributing assets, what are the decisions that are needed, and what are the things they should be considering as they go through this process. They can continue customizing this as they choose what are the roles that people are going to be responsible for. For example, choosing the executor of the will. We have a primary and a backup, and on the right side of the screen, you'll see there's guidance all the way through. So people can comfortably make these decisions with peace of mind of knowing that they have that help alongside. Beyond executors, there's things like financial power of attorney, healthcare power of attorney. You can even choose guardians and things like that. There's all kinds of options to customize this plan. And it's something that's really important. This isn't just a fillable PDF where you fill in a few gaps and answer a few questions. This really creates a custom plan based on the situation that this family needs most. As we go through, we even get beyond those basic decisions and get into categorizing assets, not just organizing everything, but also getting a sense for what's there and what this estate value might be. We start with things like real estate, but then we get into bank accounts, brokerage, retirement accounts, everything that could be passed on as part of your legacy to a next generation. We want to account for, organize, and get a good feel for what is there to provide better insight and better knowledge for this consumer about what it is that they have that they need to be considering. And again, you'll notice on the right side, payable on death. What does that mean? What are the other things that I need to be considering with each of these categories? There's plenty to learn, plenty to do, but brought step by step so the average individual can go through without any real background and still create a qualified plan. You can even create a pet trust. We all know that Pluto or Fido needs to be taken care of as well. So we can do that all the way through this process to make sure the whole family is taken care of when that time comes. All of this is then accumulated and put into an estate snapshot. So right on your dashboard, you can get a net estate value. And this is actually a dynamic view that's going to update over time as account values change. So the way that we've integrated this tool, it's always going to give you a good look at what your net value of your estate is, where that value sits, and provide access to make changes or updates or have an understanding of what's available to you and your family. From here, you can even get insights into what your estate plan looks like. For example, if a death occurs, where would my money go? How would things be split up based on the decisions I've made? You can see this graph here actually puts it into categories and shows somebody, here's what everybody would be entitled to based on how you've set up your plan today and what's available. It also provides advice and tips on things like probate. So giving this probate exposure tracker where it's actually going to show somebody, hey, here's an estimated time that it's going to take, an estimated cost, and there might be a few things we can do to help optimize this and reduce that burden on your loved ones when a death occurs. Then all of those documents that are created are put into a digital vault. And this vault categorizes each of the estate planning documents, but also allows you to add other supporting materials that would be important for an executor. So it gives you that option to, instead of having papers all over the place that somebody has to search for, having one login in one place where your executor can go to find everything they need. Beyond the estate planning documents, this can be things like life insurance policies, birth certificates, marriage certificates, titles, deeds to homes, anything that would be important for someone to have so that they can handle dealing with the loss after that death occurs. We want to make this accessible and easy to do, and we think the program accomplishes that. But then on top of that, we have to make sure it's affordable. So we provide everything I've just shown you, which includes wills, trusts, powers of attorney, guardianship, that pet trust, the digital vault, all of that and more is all available for the first year at just $199 to a member. It's all in pricing. So no matter what type of plan someone wants to make, they have access for that one-time payment. If they choose to continue their subscription, it's only $36 a year for every year after that. This allows a member to go in at any time and make unlimited downloads and updates and changes as life changes with them. We know that estate planning is triggered by a lot of different things. Sometimes it can be getting married, having a child, buying a home, preparing for retirement, or even other things along the way. Every time one of those new life milestones happens, it's a great time to update your plan. The sooner you get started, the better prepared you are in the future. And by making it easier to get started, we know families will be better protected in the future. This provides tremendous value to credit unions. In our early adopters, we've heard feedback from credit unions that have told us they're establishing deeper relationships with their members. They're creating more loyalty and member satisfaction by providing these very relevant services that they never would have thought to turn to their financial institution for in the past. We're making it easier to get access to something that everybody ultimately needs. It's also going to generate non-interest income. This is a new revenue stream that's available for minimal investment from the credit union, again, by providing a relevant option for your members that also serves the credit union well. And again, with a digital experience, we're making sure that this is relevant, accessible, affordable, and it's serving families where they are, making it easier for them to get started. It's easy also for the credit union to get started. There's no cost to participate in this program. You can get in touch with your account exec and I'll walk through this in more detail. But ultimately, we want to provide this to as many credit unions as possible, making it easier to give your members access to this tool. The NII payments come based on the number of enrollments that happen, and the process of getting started is very simple. We want to make sure you have a successful program. So we provide you a white labeled link in order to create your estate planning platform. We're also going to provide marketing templates that you can customize and turn into your own so you can speak in your language to the members who already trust you, but do so with verified information that you know has been backed by TruStage, your partner in bringing these things out. TruStage Digital Estate Kit is designed to help make estate planning easier and more accessible for your members. We know that's an important piece of creating that brighter financial future that we all strive for, and I really look forward to talking to you more about what we have available. I'm excited I've had the chance to share this with you today. I look forward to answering any questions you have.